Tonight on the Comic Book Girl 19 show, controversy strikes.
Controversies. I'm a feminist, I'm an anti-feminist, I'm a misogynist, I'm a cunt, will you marry me? I love you, you look like a man. Today on the show, we're talking Beauty and the Beast and Ghost in the Shell, two live-action remakes of animated classics.
Oh, both of those movies were cartoons!
Two birds, one stone.
So let's talk about Ghost in the Shell. What is it?
Okay, so let's talk about Ghost in the Shell first. So the Ghost in the Shell anime from 1995 it's huge. It's like a masterwork in hand-drawn animation. It was completely innovative. It was very influential. The Wachowskis are heavily influenced by everybody. Everybody who was knew anything about anything in the 90s are influenced by Ghost in the Shell. It was a big deal when it came out. And to my American brain, one reason why Ghost in the Shell is so classic and amazing and such a watershed moment from the 90s is because it's in America, you didn't have cartoons made for adults that were like this, you know? I mean, you have this nippleless girl with her hot ass and there's just people being shot and it's just cyberpunked out and it's talking about souls and all this crazy stuff, you know? And it was just whoa, this is not for kids. Noir, cyberpunk, whatever the fuck shit.
And you couldn't see that back then?
No, that was not widely available. No, it wasn't.
I want to talk about the new movie.
Yeah, we're going to get into it right now. So the movie is a live action version of the movie with Scarlett Johansson, and it was really boring. And it was for something called Ghost in the Shell, which is supposed to be about the human soul inside a machine. There was no soul inside of this machine, okay? It was very flat. It was boring, and I wanted to leave the whole time, and I was like,
it was boring?
Well, the thing about this movie that this movie made me like Ghost in the Shell, the anime, even more, is what this...
Why?
Because it made me realize what was so special about the anime.
What is it?
I mean, like I was saying earlier, the achievements that they made in these, animations and, how gorgeous it is and how, it's insane to... Again, it's just insane to me that people by hand made that shit more. It made me appreciate the art of hand-drawn animation more, because when I see the same beats and the same iconic images in this movie done live action, and they're, not cool, and I'm just kind of who cares? This movie looks beautiful. It looks like candy. It's super slick. Bato's eyes looked amazing. I was super into that. Even if you just want to go and see Scarlett Johansson's body look really amazing in a weird naked nippleless vagina slitless suit.
That's what I want.
Then yeah, this movie's for you.
That's what I want.
But if you want a little bit of story too, I mean, I feel not only were the visuals that were so impressive from the anime kind of unimpressive in this situation. Also, I felt they made the movie really ham-fisted.
What's that mean?
Well, Ghost in the Shell, the anime, it's a lot more vague. It's more open for questions and things like that.
What kind of questions?
We can't get into that right now. But this movie doesn't lead anything up to any questions. It's not vague about anything. It's very much constantly telling you, oh, your ghost, it's your soul, they took your brain, and they just say it to you constantly throughout the film. They're constantly telling you what's going on because they don't trust their audience to understand.
Movies are too complicated these days. I need things to be simpler.
Well, then maybe this is a movie for you. I mean, it looks really great. It looks really pretty. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Although the town was a little bit overused.
I need a movie where I can leave and go to the bathroom for 30 minutes and come back and still know what's going on.
There were some people that when I left the theater, there was these two men in particular that were really pissed about this movie. They said this was the worst movie that he'd seen in years. Can you believe they made something like this? He was just really upset.
What kind of old man?
I mean, I don't know. An older dude. I just thought it was I was just so bored. And it was I just didn't care about any characters. I was just oh, I get it. Oh. You know, I didn't feel the impact. I didn't feel the horror. Even in RoboCop remake. There was that scene where he finds out that he's a robot and he has that horror, you know, and they take away his body and he's just these lungs and like a fucking head and shit. Like, there was none of that in this where I was like really felt the horror of like what had been done to her, you know? So in the movie, I was waiting for that money shot where she's on the spider tank and she rips her arms apart trying to open up this hatch, right? I was waiting for it. And then it came, and then I was like, oh, like, it just didn't do anything for me. It was just not, it's not nearly as impactful. That's not going to burn into any kid's brain. Like, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, did the other scene burn in your brain?
Yeah, it burned in my brain. I was specifically looking to see them redo that scene because I knew that they would have to do it because, like I said, it's the money shot. It's like the craziest, best looking animation. Like, it's just so good. And then they did it in this movie and it was kind of like, who cares? So, I don't recommend seeing Nap in the Shell. I guess the best thing I can say about all these movies being remade is that it reminds me to revisit the originals, and then I'm like, wow, these are really good. So, if nothing else, these movies are a great reminder of our past and to go back and watch the originals, because, man, seriously, if you haven't seen Ghost in the Shell, like, you should see it, because it's kind of like a thing. It's a classic. It's like where you start, you know? You get Akira, you get Ghost in the Shell, Perfect Blue. Oh, I want to see that again soon. Man, there was a lot of good 90s, like, anime.
Next on my show, I watched Beauty and the Beast.
Who's there? Who are you?
The master of this castle.
I've come from my...
He shouldn't have trespassed here.
But he could die.
You did, actually, watch Beauty and the Beast, Robot. What did you had never seen it before.
No.
And what did you think of Beauty and the Beast? Because I grew up with it. I had seen it plenty of times.
I learned that if you like a hot girl, you should trap her in your castle and be mean to her, and then you'll get everything you ever wanted.
That's actually pretty much like what the pickup artist also states, yeah.
Which I've read his book.
Oh,
and I have it right here.
You didn't. Nobody needs that. Negging. Come on. You're better than that.
Negging totally works.
Not on me, it doesn't.
Well, you're a freak.
That's true. I'm an exotic bird.
Maybe if I'm mean to you, one day you'll fall in love.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Beauty and the Beast, it's based on an old French tale, and then it's like kind of fairy tale situation, and then now it's been translated to the modern times. It's about a woman who becomes trapped in an enchanted castle with a beast, and if they fall in love, his curse will be lifted, but he can't tell her that. And then, she falls in love with them, and the curse is lifted, and they live happily ever after.
Well, who put the curse on him?
This enchantress, who...
What was her problem?
Well, he was a dick to her. He was being a fuckboy, and she showed up at his castle, and she was dressed as a beggar. She looked all old and ugly, and she's like, hey, I'll give you a rose, let me stay for the night. And he was like, get the fuck out of here, you old bitch. And then she was like, boom, I'm an enchantress.
Oh.
Fuck you, you're a beast now, motherfucker. And just ruined his shit. Like, fucking turned all of his servants into fucking, like, candlesticks and shit, and just fucked everyone just because he was being a dick that night.
That's scary. What'd you think about the new Beauty and the Beast? If it's newer, it's better because it's newer, right?
Well, okay, so Disney, they've been doing this thing where they have like, oh, this was hugely successful, so we're just gonna do this again, except now we're gonna do it live action with a lot of CGI animation. So that's what they've been doing. And this is the newest one of those. And I have to say...
You liked it because you're a girl.
Well, I kind of found that the new one was forgettable. I don't remember most of it, actually. I watched it and I just kind of like, I kind of don't remember a lot of it. Like, it was immemorable in the same way that Ghost in the Shell was not memorable. They were just kind of like, I just watched it and I was like, oh, okay. And then I went about my day and then I forgot all about it. Then again, it might be because I'm biased, because this came out like when I was like a kid, like a little girl, okay? And like, this was huge. Okay, Little Mermaid had already been out. I was already like, fucking all bonered up over the fucking Little Mermaid. I wanted to be the Little Mermaid, like, so bad. And then this came out. And I was like, oh my God. Like, my little mind, like, this was it.
Why?
Like, this was it.
Why?
Well, you know.
Why do girls like this so much?
Well, this is fucking... Okay, I just rewatched this.
Now
Fuck
can I open
me. This is so hypnotic, okay? Like, it just draws you into the story, and the songs are, like, super burned into your brain, and just these images. I mean, when I was watching the Be Our Guest thing, like, that whole sequence, like, I was still smiling. Like, as an adult, I was like, look, you be my guest, motherfucker, yes! You know, like, it still got me. And watching it now, the same scene in live animation, again, I was looking forward to the Be My Guest scene because I just fucking love that scene. And I saw it in the live action one, and it was just like a letdown, and like I felt like Emma Watson was so flat. She looks the part, she's super smart. I think I'm not saying she's not well casted,
Oh yeah, well
but
she's pretty hot.
she's super hot. And I think though that she just had green screen shit and she didn't have anything to act off of, so she just didn't have a great performance. You know, I don't think it's her fault necessarily. I think that the directing and all the CG crap, green screen stuff fucked her over and she couldn't fake it. And so, you know, like after they do all this extra shit for her, you know, at the end of the scene and she's like, oh, but it's just kind of like, oh, cool guys.
So I heard everyone was mad at Emma Watson for something. She did something bad, right?
Yeah, well, let's talk about some of the Beauty and the Beast controversies.
Over her pulling her boobs out in a magazine or the internet or something.
Well, no, it was Vanity Fair, and she did a fashion shoot, and she had this, like, little shrug cape on that was, like, knitted. She had some, like, a lot of under boob, but there was no nips involved. And then all these people got upset because Beauty and the Beast was coming out, so it's like, oh, you're in a Disney movie, you shouldn't have your tits out. And then other people were saying that she's not a feminist because she has her tits out, and that's not feminist. And, like, let me clear this up for you guys. Feminism is about people not telling women what they can and cannot do. It's about leaving them the fuck alone and letting them do whatever the fuck they want. If you want to show your tits, show your tits. If you don't want to show your tits, don't show your tits. It's the fuck has nothing to do with you. So chill the fuck out, you know? Quit telling people what the fuck to do with their bodies.
No. My friend Bobo said that feminism means that you hate men.
Yeah.
Period.
No.
Well, that's what he. That's
I mean,
what it is.
the thing is, you know, this word has a lot of connotations to a lot of different people. I don't know what everybody else's ideas and opinions are on feminism. Everybody has their own opinion and idea about what it is and what it means, and that's fine. We're all human beings. We're not all supposed to think the same thing. But if you ask me what I think about it, I would say that feminism is about women who just want to be treated like human beings and not as a lesser subspecies or an alien species. You know, we're just, we're all fucking humans here.
No, you're wrong. I know what feminism means. It means women who want to make slaves of all men. Period.
You know, that's not true, but that's what a lot of people think. Yeah, I mean, that's what Bobo would
Bobo
think.
said.
Yeah, that's what he would think, because he's an idiot. So, but
Bobo is right.
you know, I think we should just, but I will say, feminism it's turned into a 4-letter word, so we just probably need to drop it. We'll just, like, fucking leave that one alone, and we'll just be like, hey guys, I'm in the human party, you know, we're all humans, like, we're
My
all
friend
together.
Bobo said that you're an SJW, and I don't know what that is, but that's what you are.
Oh God, you know, everyone, who isn't, you know, I mean, you say it doesn't matter what you say, everyone's gonna call you everything, it's the internet, so I'm everything, I'm a feminist, I'm an anti-feminist, I'm a misogynist, I'm a cunt, will you marry me, I love you, you look like a man, you're beautiful, fuck your bun, fuck you, it's like anything goes, so yeah, I'm a social justice warrior and every fucking thing else, you know, whatever else you can throw at me, sure, I'm all those things.
Wow! I found the pictures! She did that?
No, Robot, that's super fake, that's Photoshop, dude. It's not.
No, it's real, look at it!
Bro, these are all fake Photoshops, okay? She's really popular Photoshopped.
Wow.
Yeah. You shouldn't. I thought I had the nanny blocker on the Googles. Sorry.
I took it off.
This is what you've been getting into. It's Emma Watson Photoshop tits.
Look at those. Melons.
You're messing up my speech about what feminism is supposed to be about.
Who cares? Look at these boobs.
Let's talk about another controversy.
Well, you better be careful.
Disney had its first openly gay character in a movie, in a Disney movie. And they were gay. And this was controversial.
No one as easy to poster as you. Too much? Yep.
I will say that, honestly, I feel like LeFou being a gay character is an improvement upon the animation. Because in the animation, if you don't know, LeFou is like this little short dude, and he hangs out with Gaston, who's like this narcissist.
Gaston, no one's next as incredibly thick as Gaston, for there's no man in town half as manly. Perfect, the pure paragon.
And, like, Gaston treats him like shit, and, like, LeFou just takes it. Like, he's just, like, totally down, and, like, why would he do that? That doesn't make sense. But it would make sense why he would put up with that if he was, like, a gay dude and he's just, like, hanging around with this narcissist guy because the narcissist guy is hot and he's, like, in love with how hot he is, and that's why it's a toxic relationship. It's kind of like Mac and Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's kind of like the same situation. So I think that makes more sense, to be quite honest with you.
Toxic relationship.
Yeah, I mean, well, Gaston represents toxic masculinity and how society rewards toxic masculinity, which is really awesome. I mean, the whole town fucking worships this guy, and he's just a total piece of shit, you know? Like, this guy is just, like, represents the worst. And,
oh, yeah, well, I thought he was pretty cool. And everyone liked him.
Yeah, everyone liked him. And then he also got everyone whipped up about the beast and had them all storm the castle through fear. He was fear-mongering people.
The beast will make off with your children. He'll come after them in the night.
No.
We're not safe till his head is mounted on my wall. I say we kill the beast.
Ugh, classic toxic masculinity. Getting people involved in a fight with people that don't even want to fight.
Hey, there's nothing toxic about masculinity.
No, their thing is there's two sides to every coin. There is the higher version of masculinity, you know, where, like, shit gets fucking done, you know, and, like, things are figured out and achieved, and, like, arts and sciences and, like, philosophies and all this stuff. But then you have the toxic side, which is, like, the lower vibrational masculinity, which is, like, fear-based and, like, fucking, fuck the other, and let's repress them, and they're the bad guys, and it's same is true of femininity, you know, there's toxic femininity as well, and there's also, like, super awesome higher ideals femininity. So it's like this
is too complicated.
Well, no, it's not. It's like, here's the thing. It's like everybody wants to put everything in, like, one box, you know?
Yeah, it should go in a box.
Like women. It's like you're either
women
like
should be in a box?
Like the whore, or you're a fucking angel saint Madonna, you know? It's like, and so it's like, how about I'm just a human being? How about I'm both, you know?
I guess.
Because humans are everything. We are everything. Like, we're a little bit of everything. Nobody's one thing.
I am. I'm the ultimate man. I heard there's some kind of controversy in Alabama.
I was disappointed to see that, of course, it was a theater in Alabama that would refuse to play it, you know, which, that's their right, whatever, but it's like, of course, you know, Alabama was making me look bad, you know, whatever. But personally, I don't have a problem with it. I thought Josh Gad did a really great job, and, you know, I'm not 100% straight myself, so I don't give a fuck about gay characters. Like, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't bother me. I'm bothered by, like, real problems. Like how are we gonna get rid of fucking oil, you know, and, like, what are we gonna do about our government, you know? That's the shit I worry about. Economic collapse. I don't worry about gay people. It's not a problem. When I was a kid, I was very much enchanted by the idea of this movie. I was very much enchanted by Belle because she was smart and well-read, and she was different. She felt different. Her town felt like she was different. She didn't want to live there. The small town shit was not for her. And, like, I totally felt that. I totally feel for her. You know, it's just like, I am so much like Belle. You know, I was like, I felt like I was a Little Mermaid. But then I was also, like, when Belle came out, I was like, I'm more Belle than Ariel. You know, and I never thought that was going to happen. But it did. Like, that's the one biggest complaint I have now as an adult about Belle, is that she doesn't really have her own arc. You know, she's like, you know, I want so much more than they've got planned, But we never find out what her plans are. What are her fucking plans? To go hang out in a castle with some weird beast guy and fall in love with him? And, I mean, she's got a lot of cool clothes and he's got a huge library, dude. And, like, I get that, you know? But she kind of just becomes a kept woman and doesn't really do anything with her life, which is, you know, a little fucked up.
Beauty and the Beast.
Looking back on Beauty and the Beast, I'm a little suspect of the messaging that's going on. Because essentially, it's telling little girls that when they grow up, they can find a man who's kind of an asshole, and you're gonna love him, and that your love is going to transform him into a prince, and that is a lie.
Huh? What? Why?
Because in reality, Robot, the only person that you can change is yourself. Your love can absolutely influence other people, but it's ultimately up to them to be a better person. I think that the original message of this fairy tale was all about integrating with one's shadow self.
Huh?
So what does that mean? Well, everybody has a conscious mind, and you also have your subconscious, you know, and your subconscious is very driven by your baseline emotions, which is represented by Beast. Your conscious mind is represented by Belle. So by them being trapped together, and then she becomes aware of this beast, aware of her subconscious, and not be scared of her emotions, that she learns to tame those things, and now she's a whole person, you know? It's all about integrating with your shadow self. It's very Jungian. Look into Carl Jung if you're interested in this shit. He talks about it all the time. Beauty and the Beast is really about becoming more conscious and aware, embracing your shadow self. That's what it should be about. Not your love is going to change a man and you're going to live in a castle.
No, you guys are both wrong. It's about trapping a hot girl in your castle until she loves you, and then your life will be better.
Yeah. It's totally that.
Sammy from the internet asks, Dear ComicBookGirl19, which of the 3 versions of Beauty and the Beast should I have my child watch first?
Okay, which of the 3 would I suggest? I would still suggest the 1991 animated version. It holds up. It's very hypnotic. It's very effective. It's very tight. The story is really well done. So yeah, I felt like this had a lot more resonation. It could be a personal problem just because I saw it and I was enraptured by it when I was a child, and, you know, get them when they're young, they're yours forever type of situation. But I did feel like the live action version one was a bit hollow, a little bit flat, just like Ghost in the Shell, just a bit hollow, a little flat. We're just, you know, you're just repeating the motions, you know, you're not breaking new ground. So that doesn't really bode well for your art. Plus, I'm sure for, like, everybody making the movie, it probably just seems more like a chore, you know? It's like, oh, this is well-worn territory. Let's just do this again, you know? Like, I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? I didn't like it. I thought it felt very redundant. It's a degrading Xerox copy.
Huh.
So, yeah, check out the 1991. If you're a kid, if you've got kids, I would check out the 1991 version. But if you're just, like, chilling and you like watching weird shit in the middle of the night, I would definitely go for Beauty and the Beast Criterion Collection in 1946. Jean Cocteau. Probably got that wrong. I need to brush up on my French. You know what I'm saying?
Tommy from the internet asks, Dear ComicBookGirl19, what was better, Ghost in the Shell or Beauty and the Beast at the theater this weekend?
What was better, Ghost in the Shell or Beauty and the Beast? I would recommend going to see Beauty and the Beast over Ghost in the Shell. I would say that, yeah. Yeah. So it's official. It's a trend. We're gonna take animated movies. We're gonna make them live action. My question is, why is it assumed that a live action version of an animated film would make it better? Why?
Dear ComicBookGirl19,
Yeah.
when is the Dune box coming out?
The Dune box is now available for pre-order. Oh my gosh. So what's going to happen is you're going to go on to my Big Cartel site. You're going to pre-order this book.
Right now?
Right now. And yeah, and what's going to come in the mail, it's going to be craft colored though. It's not going to be white. But you're going to get a box that's about this size. You're going to like open it up, and then like inside there's going to be this deal. It's going to have like some sort of sticker on here. I don't know. We're still working on the details. And then you're gonna open it up. Oh my God.
What is it?
Oh my God. god, it is a Comic Book Girl 19 signed copy of Dune. And what is this? Oh my lord. It's a fucking thing, and it's got a spice necklace, and then this is a stand-in pen. We don't have the pen yet, but there's gonna be a pen right here, and a Atreides crest pen. It's got some stuff on the back.
What's that dangly thing?
This is a spice melange necklace. You can leave it on as a tassel, or you can take it off and wear it around.
And it comes with a cat scratching post.
And then it turns into a cat toy. This is another fun fact here. Maybe we should put some like catnip in the box, so like spice for cats, you know.
Spice for people and spice for cats.
So yeah, the Dune. Get comfortable, Beans. So yeah, the Dune box is now available for pre-sale. We're gonna be taking pre-sales for about a month. Within that month, as the money comes in, we will be ordering the supplies to fulfill these orders. Hopefully they will be going out by the end of May, also in June. And then we're going to be starting the actual book club after you get them in the mail in July at some point. You know, it's a little flexible. I don't have complete dates locked in. But I will also, within the box, there'll be a little card telling you that like what's the rest of like the instructions, like what pages we're reading what week, da-da-da-da-da, it'll all be included. It's gonna be great.
Billy from the internet asks, Dear Comic Book 19, if I read Dune, will it make me smarter?
Yes, it will. Reading this book, Billy, will make you better, faster, harder, and stronger. Okay?
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, because this is Dune Club. Okay, this is Dune Club. Are you hard enough for Dune Club? Can you read an almost 800-page book over 12 weeks? Do you think you're hard enough to be able to read the words of Frank Herbert? This is the #1 best-selling sci-fi fucking book of all time, motherfucker.
Whoa.
Hardcore science fiction in your face, all right? And most people can't handle it.
Whoa,
Fucking...
hey.
Okay, there's a lot of fucking philosophy in here. There's a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of shit about power and government and religion and politics and economics and fucking spice awarenesses, okay? It's a lot about drugs. There's fucking Bene Gesserit witches. It's crazy.
And worms?
It's fucking sandworms, okay? There's fucking sandworms in this shit. All right, this is the best there is. Let me pitch you a little bit on Dune, if I haven't already pitched you enough. These books follow this genetic line, okay? So we've had thousands and thousands of years, humanity has evolved itself. We got rid of technology. We focused on evolving our own abilities. We don't have computers anymore. We have to use drugs to be able to bend space and time so we can travel, you know? It's a whole fucking thing. And within this, we have a family, the Atreides family, okay? And they have a genetic mutant that is born, that the Bene Gesserit, from a breeding program, okay? From a eugenics program from these crazy bitches, all right? And they create the universe's super being, okay? He is a Kwisatz Haderach. He is in all places at once. He is in the past and in the future. He is prescient. He can see the fucking future, and he has access to all his genetic memories of the past and can speak to all of his dead fucking ancestors, so he can see the future and the past. He is the fulcrum in which the whole universe turns on, okay?
You're not making sense.
And that's just the first fucking book, okay? Wait till you meet his fucking kids in the next one, all right? And wait till you meet his son Leto when he becomes a fucking godworm, okay? And then wait till you meet fucking Miles Teg and O'Drade, all right? It's fucking crazy.
Worms?
And there's sandworms. There are sandworms through the entirety of every novel. There are sandworms involved to some degree, yeah.
All right.
Shiana, it's crazy. You guys don't even know. Duncan, Idaho, don't even get me started on that fucking piece of shit, Duncan, Idaho. He's amazing.
It's where they make potatoes.
He's a Gola. He becomes a Gola. You want to learn what that is? Well, become a part of fucking Dune Club, you fucking pussy. All right?
This is some extreme marketing I don't think I'm comfortable with.
I know that's super not cool to say right now. That's like, there's so many articles about why calling people pussies is the worst, but it's effective. So.
This is weird.
This is Dune Club, baby. All right, there ain't no water on Arrakis, all right? Long live the readers! Long live the readers, you motherfuckers.
Okay, I guess I have to read your book now. I'm very pressured here.
Better read this shit. Fucking.
Hey.
Fuck you. And if you don't, fuck you. You're not hard enough. I don't want you. Okay, if you can't read, if you can't make this sort of commitment, then I don't want you in my life. Okay, you can fuck off. Okay?
Okay, this is way too far.
You can fuck off. All the way back to Caladan, because we're in Arrakis right now, alright? Can't take it. Can't take the heat. Get off the desert planet!
Too much, Beans. Too much.
Not enough.
Too far.
Not enough.
She's gone nuts. She's gone
crazy.
This girl is crazy.
I've never debated that. I've never said I wasn't. But
Look, I'll just take over here. Thanks for watching my show. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell.
do that thing.
Follow me on Twitter and Facebook.
Instagram.
And tune in next week when I am going to...
There's a link in the description if you want a Dune box and you want to join Dune Club and you're not a fucking loser.
Okay.
Maybe negging does work.
We should...
I'm gonna try it right now.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. I'm gonna do the things that guys do to girls. I'm gonna do it to them and see if it works.
I don't like it. This is not fair.
I think a lot of guys are gonna like it. I think a lot of guys want to be told what to do by a lady.
You're forcing me to read a book. I don't like it.
Snake lady.
You are a snake lady.
Bringing the knowledge. Trying to fuck up the system with my knowledge.
Okay. That's it for today. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, snake. Hey, stop it.